Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome to this my YouTube channel. My name is Badagen Baradun and I appreciate the fact that you are here. Please, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video, like it, and let other people also know about this channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your presence. Now let's look at what is before us today. We are looking at differentiation rules, the rules that we have in differentiation. Let's look at number one. We have the general formula for differentiation, which is called the power rule. So the general formula for differentiation, let's look at it. It's also called a power rule. This particular rule is if y equals to x raised to the power of n. This x now simply symbolize our function raised to power of n. The n can be 2, can be 3, can be 100. The general formula for this kind of function, when we have y equals to x, this x can be any function raised to the power of n. The n can be 2 or anything. So how to differentiate this particular function of y equals to x raised to the power of n is by getting what our y will be what equals to n x raised to the power of n minus 1. That means this n now we multiply this x, which is the function. That means this n will come in front of this function x, which is n times x. Then you still have the n on top of the x, subtract 1 from the n. This is the general formula for differentiation, and it's also called the power rule in differentiation. Now let's look at some example on how to solve this kind of problem in differentiation. Let's look at example 1. They say that we should find the derivative of x to the power of 7. For us to find the derivative of x to the power of 7, let's look at its solution. Given, we know that x to the power of 7, based on this law that we have here, that if you have a function y equals to x to the power of 7, y equals to x to the power of n, this n now will multiply this function, which is x, then we subtract 1 from the n. So we are going to have, in this case now, we are given as x to the power of 7. This 7 now simply represent our n, and the n can be any power, can be any number. So in this case that we have x to the power of 7, this 7 now, by using the general rule of differentiation, which is if y equals to x to the power of n, the formula will become y equals to n x to the power of n minus 1. That means we are using this power now to multiply the function, which is x, then subtract 1 from the power that is on top of the x. So in this case we have x to the power of 7, so it will become 7. Now we multiply this x, this 7 will come in front of this function, which is x. That will become 7 times x, this x now. Then we have the 7 still on top of the x, then we subtract 1 from the 7. So we are going to have 7 times x is going to give us 7x. Then 7 minus 1, which is the power, is going to give us 6. So therefore this derivative of this x to the power of 7 become what? 7x raised to the power of 6. This is the final answer. Let's look at another example 2 in this power rule of a differential equation. Example 2, they say we should find the derivative of x to the power of 2. How are we going to solve it? We use the same method. Given x to the power of 2, the step 1, what we are going to do is that we should use the power and multiply the x raised to the power of 2. That means the power of 2 here we have here, we use it to multiply the x to the power of 2, which is the function, and then subtract 1 from the power, which is 2 on top of the x. That means we are using this 2 now, then on top of this x to the power of 2 now, we use the 2 now. To use the 2 on top of this x now to multiply x to the power of 2, then we subtract 1 from the 2 on top of the x. I mean what we are having now, this 2 now we multiply, we go in front of this x to the power of 2 and multiply it, then we still minus 1 from the 2 on top of the x. So we are going to have what? 2x raised to the power of 1. We know that 2 minus 1 is 1, and anything raised to the power of 1 is the same thing as that particular number or terms. So that is why our final answer become what? 2x. So that is the answer of how, this is the final answer of x to the power of 2. This is how to solve the power rule in differential equation. Now let's look at another example. Now example 3. Example 3 we have, they say we should find the derivative of x to the power of 5. How are you going to find this derivative? Given, we know that x raised to the power of 5 that is giving us, say you should find the derivative. For us to get the dy over the x, is also the derivative. That is, for to get the y over the x, or the derivative of this function x to the power of 5, we know that by our power rule, if you have anything a function raised to power raised to a power, the power will multiply the function and the power, then we subtract 1 from the power. That means this 5 now, we have here x to the power of 5, then this power of 5 now we multiply this entire x to the power of 5. That is going to be 5 times 5 to the power of 5 that we have initially here, then minus 1 from the 5, which is the power here. So we are going to have 5x to the power of what? 4. And this is the derivative, the y over the x, the derivative of this function x to the power of 5. Now let's look at another example. Now you see example 4, they say you should find the derivative of x to the power of minus 3. We see the same method. We know that what we are giving us here is x to the power of minus 3, and we know that since the power rule x to the power of n, if you have a function that is raised to a power, the power will multiply the entire function. That is, this n now is a power, we multiply the entire of this function, which is x to the power of n, then we still subtract 1 from the power. So in this aspect, in this case now, what we have here is x to the power of minus 3, and this x now is our function, and this minus 3 is the power which symbolize our n. So this this minus 3 now we multiply the entire of this function, which we are going to have minus 3 will come in front of this function. We are going to have minus 3 times the entire function, which is x raised to the power of minus 3. Then we subtract 1 from the same power, which is minus 3, on top of the x. That's why I put this minus 1. So what we are going to have here is minus 3 times x to the power of minus 3, going to have minus 3 times x. Then you know that minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. And you can also put it in this form, minus 3 all over 1, because minus 3 all over 1 is still going to give us minus 3. So minus 3 all over 1 times, here we know that x minus 4 is the same thing as 1 all over x raised to the power of 4, based on the law of indices. Because this minus will be 1, then this 4 will go down and be raised to the power of x here, based on law of indices. So minus 3 times 1 is going to give us minus 3, and 1 times x to the power of 4 is going to give us x raised to the power of 4. And this is the final answer of this question. The derivative, say you should find the derivative of x to the power of minus 3. The final answer become what? Minus 3 all over x all over 4. So this is the final answer. Before we look at this example 2, how to find the derivative of a constant. A constant is any terms in a constant is any term that did not attach with x. That is what we call a constant in calculus. So you should find the derivative of a constant. When finding the derivative of a constant, that is a number or group of numbers that did not have the variable or x. That is what we call a constant attached to them. We call them a constant. And when finding the derivative of it become what? 0. A constant can be 1, can be 2, can be 100. And finally did not attach a value of x with it is called a constant. So let's look at how to find this particular constant of this term. It says you should find the derivative of x squared plus 5. Solution given, you know that x squared plus 5, since you still know the formula of x. If you have a function x raised to the power of n, the n will multiply the function x to the power of n, then subtract 1 from the power, which will become s times n to the power of n minus 1. So in this case, what we have here is s squared plus 5. So for us to find the derivative of this function, we know that s squared now, these two multiply this s squared now, subtract 1 from it, it become what? 2x plus, when we find the derivative of constant, because it did not attach with x, it becomes 0. So our final answer now become what? Equals to 2x. Our divided x become equals to what? 2x. Thank you very much. If you have any question concerning this few rule of differential equation that we are studying now, you can drop it on the comment section, and keep connecting, because I'm going to drop some other rule, like chain rule, product rule, and quotient rule that we also have in differential equation. Thank you very much. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, I will beg of you that to subscribe now. Like this video, share it to your friends so that you can also benefit from it. Thank you very much. God bless you.